Okay, so now coming to our CEO, Mr. Madhur Gupta. Once again, gentlemen, can we please put our hands together? So thank you so much for joining us, and it's my true honor for me, to be talking to all of you. So the first question I'll ask you, after serving for so many years in steel, now you are here to a real estate domain. It's quite a shift. What has attracted you to real estate?
Thank you, Vijay. First of all, I would say that I have always been thrown surprises at me throughout my life. Though I have been into steel, but my role has always been changed within 3-4 years. So I am quite used to it, first of all. Second most important aspect is I love challenges. So whatever challenges are thrown at me, I take it as a pride and I try to comply with it. I try to learn these things and try to perform. So that is my, I would say, professional crux has been entire life. Like for initial part of my, I'm a mechanical engineer and an MBA, and I am a Lucknow alumnus. So in the start of my career, I was hardcore technical guy. Like I was shop floor, day in, day out. Entire, I was doing projects, then I was doing into operations, then into some other overseas project. So always I was thrown in a new assignment. Always a new assignment. It was 180-degree opposite to it. Then after serving for say for 13-14 years, I was transferred to marketing. So it was complete shift. Though it was steel, but marketing sales was completely new to me. So then I take that challenge, and that I did it for say like 6 years. Then I was given a very new assignment to head our innovation plant. That was innovation business. So completely new geography. Though I have widely traveled, I have been widely trained outside entire world. I have traveled and I have been trained in Japan. I have been trained in Korea. I am trained in Germany. But this kind of assignment where you are going where it's completely out of your, you have never thought of it. So again, that was a challenge for me. So I'm quite used to it. I'm quite flexible and I'm quite adept in taking those responsibilities. And it has always been a challenge, and I love challenges.
I'm sure. We are going to figure out that every new challenge excites you and you give out the best to it. So now coming on, so share one experience of some assignment which was making losses, but with the strategies and your leadership, it started making profit.
So I can share 3-4 assignments which are very close to me. The first assignment which was given to me in my previous company was we were planning to start, it's called the hollowware business. Hollowware means utensils. So utensil business was given, and it has already failed 4 times earlier. It was tried 4 times, but it has failed miserably. So then I was chosen one, and I was given this assignment that you have to make this business successful. So then we did something, because it is not my current company, so I cannot reveal all the parts of it. So we did, and we did it. I would say we started with a scratch, and within 6 months we were 10x times. Means it was 10,000 tons immediately. In Hero Steels also, in Indonesia also, the kind of assignments were almost similar. There were things which were, I would say, some were low-hanging fruits, some were hard to do, but it was all multi-pronged strategy. Like it cannot be done, because in any manufacturing or any business, it cannot be one thing which you pick. You have to pick the complete spectrum of the business. Means you have to be, you have to control this marketing also, the manufacturing part, or in reality construction part, the raw material part, softer things, softer skills, role assignments, responsibilities. So you cannot pick and choose one thing at a time. You have to pick all at once if things are not going in your side. So you have to work. You talk of work-life balance. I say work-life balance is if your work is going down, then there is no life. So you have to first do work. You cannot afford actually like that time. So once things are settled, yes, we can enjoy life also. So this has always been my strategy, and I have one more thing, the success mantra, if you say, like success pride is one. I have another one formula which I was given during my one of the training. It is called 4P of success. So 4P means P is letter P. So there, if they say that if these P's are aligned in one direction, then only you will get success. So what are those 4P's? So the first P is your proficiency, how good you are at your work. That is the primary thing. If you are not good, you cannot get success. The second P, which they call as the personality, means what kind of personality you are, whether you are a negative one or the positive one, or disciplined, non-disciplined, those kind of things, integral, all these aspects come into personality. The third P, they call it providence. So providence is a luck. So everybody knows that luck will always not favor you. But this is a very key important thing in your life. And the most important is the fourth P, which is called the purpose. You are doing everything, but still success is not coming. So that means your luck factor is out of your inline. And mind that these all four P's are not 25%. It is all 100%. If any P is out, it is 100%. So, but what happens when this providence P is not in line? So, what people do normally, they say kuch nahi hota hai, अरे बकवास बाजी है. They become negative, they lose their purpose or something. So, when this P comes again, providence P, they will not again get the success. So, what is the success mantra of that? The success mantra is you have to hold the three P's. 4 P's not in your hand. So, if you are holding that three P's, means proficiency, your personality, and the purpose, the third P will come back again in line, and then you will again spiral back to the success. So that is, I believe, is and that I have always followed in my life.
Round of applause, everyone. I'm sure we all have written down the 4 P's that you have just taught to us, and we all will take care. And I'm sure that we all will thrive in our own respective fields. So, one advice from you: how to stay strong during our personal challenges.
Yeah, that's a very tricky question.
How do you know?
There are two things actually. Yeah, please go ahead.
That we have some personal challenge that we may are facing, and also we have our professional challenges that we come across. But how to make a balance and be equal at both the places?
That's a really very tricky question. How to take those challenges. But the only thing I would say is, if you are deep dive into it in any challenge, because running away from a challenge is not a solution, as simple as that. So you have to take bull by the horns. That is the only way I believe you can handle the challenge, because running away is not a solution. Or I would say you are the one this Margot slide was shown. If we are not, whenever this ad comes, people do cigarette that is not a solution. So if you want to really take challenge, then you have to take bull by the horns. You have to deep dive into it. You don't have to run away from it. That is, I would say.
But what if an individual who's facing some personal problems but has to excel at the workplace?
Yeah.
So what things they should follow?
See, then you have to keep both lives separate. Otherwise, if one problem is overlapping the other one, then both will be affected. It is difficult, I know it is very difficult, and I would say in that case, everybody should have mentor in their life, or they call guru or whatever. So if you have a mentor in your life, there are difference between mentor and coach. So I am not talking of coach, I am talking of mentor. So the basic difference of mentor is mentor will give you 5 different solutions. It will not be solution, 5 different ways I would say. But he will say you have to choose, because it is your onus, you have to decide. But he will enlighten you in 5 different directions. So I believe if you are going through that phase, or in good phase also, you should have some mentors in your life. Your professional mentors also, your personal mentors also. They help you a lot.
Rightly said, sir. So coming to that point, who has been the biggest influence in your life?
No, biggest influence is, I would say, not in entire life. There has been different influencers in different stages of my life. So when I was a young kid, when I was playing, so I had a different influencer that time. when I started my career, then there were different influencers in my life. So there is no one, I would say. There are a lot of people, those who have influenced my career, my life, and my family is also one of them. My wife is also one of them, who has influenced me in so many ways. She has helped me. My father, my mother. So all have been many teachers, and even in this organization also, even I would say, Joginder ji has, I have looked to Joginder ji for many things. So there has been, there have been many influences, and I would not rate my success as my own. They all have been part of my journey.
Right. So one question, I'll ask the same question to you also. What is that one alternate career option that you may have opted, if not this?
That is I would love to answer. See, I have been a avid sportsman throughout my life. So I was a cricket player under 19. I have played to a good level, to a state level, and all those. I have been a badminton player. I have represented university. I have been a squash player. I still play. So if I would not have been an engineer, I would have been a player. That is for sure. And I would share my one experience when I was in grade 10. So at one stage it has come to you have to choose whether you want to become a player, cricketer, or you want to go into academics. Fortunately or unfortunately, I was good in academics also. So then the difficult part came, what to choose. And my father has left it to me. You should decide. Whatever you want to do, you decide. So my coach at that time, he has come to my house and he has asked my father, you leave it to him. बोले मेरे पास छोड़ दो इसको. So then even I with my father I have gone to Kanpur, Green Park. So my father said before entering into this, you should look at क्या हाल है. Then only you decide. Because मैं तेरी कोई help नहीं कर सकता इस field में. My father is a financer. He is retired from SBI. So we don't have anybody in sporting arena. So he said you decide. Then I went there. Then I would say better sense or I don't know. But then I opted out of that career. So I choose engineering as my profession, and I'm there.
Wow, that's actually very great. Everyone, big hand for her. So you just mentioned just now, a couple of minutes back, that your wife has also been a great influence in your life. How did you meet her? Would you like to, share
It was
experience?
arranged marriage. It was arranged, completely arranged marriage.
Oh, so we're missing out a lot of good things, Okay, your biggest achievement, A, of personal life and B, of professional life.
Again, biggest achievement as such, there are many achievements like in personal life also. See, representing your team under 19 where you are very young, you have so many aspirations and those things. So when you are selected, that was the time when the names were being announced. Like these kids are being selected. But that was a real, I would say, वो एक ऐसा फीलिंग था कि वो कंट्रोल नहीं हो सकता बिकॉज देयर आर सो मेनी प्रोबेबल्स आउट देयर और उसमें से जब आप सिलेक्ट होते हो 16 में तो इट बिकम्स लाइक वेरी स्ट्रेंज आता है उस समय फीलिंग एंड पर्सनल लाइफ में और ऐसा अचीवमेंट्स तो मतलब आई वुड से देयर आर सो मेनी एकेडमिक्स में भी व्हेन यू गेट थ्रू योर इंजीनियरिंग यू गेट थ्रू योर एमबीएस ये सब एक ऐसे अचीवमेंट्स हैं जो कि उस मोमेंट में रहते हैं तो वो पर्सनल है प्रोफेशनल अचीवमेंट आई वुड रेट वन अचीवमेंट विच इज वेरी आई वुड से इट वाज वेरी डिफिकल्ट टॉपिक डिफिकल्ट सब्जेक्ट एंड वी डिड इट वेरी सक्सेसफुली दैट वाज वन टॉपिक इन इंडोनेशिया एक्चुअली देयर वाज अ ओवरटाइम and when the business was going down there and in 2018 17-18 entire global steel industry was into a very bad shape. So what happened that $100,000 every month was overtime out there. So nobody was, because now this process, this overtime process was going on since 20 years. When we take that unit, it was going from that time. So then I decided, then I discussed that I don't want to give overtime because it is not viable. We cannot do. So it was big no from even chairman. कहते हैं ये पंगा ले रहा है बोले मत लेना बोले पहले भी हो चुका है मैं कहा पंगा लेना है नहीं लेना, अब तो ले चुका हूँ, अभी तो मुझे करना है कैसे भी करना है। तो उस समय मतलब दैट वाज अ टाइम लाइक फॉर 3 months दैट वाज अ बिग hassle between union with management those kind, but finally I got success and we were able to get away with that overtime culture and it is now completely so that was one thing, because 1.2 million dollars you have saved in a year just because of overtime. That was one big achievement.
That itself is one such big achievement. Thank you so much. So since you're talking so much about also about the college life, आपके हिसाब से कौन से वाले दोस्त जरूरी होते हो, बचपन के कॉलेज वाले या अभी जो हम अपने प्रोफेशनल लाइफ में बनाते हैं अपने ऑफिस वाले?
See, I am very fortunate in that. I have very good set of friends. I have very good set of friends from my college days, even from my school days. I have, and from my professional life also. I have very close circle, very close friends of circle, around 10 families I would say from a professional life I started. So I have been truly blessed in that way. I have very good set of people around me, very good set of people, and they have also been my strength or pillar I would say during bad times. So I'm very fortunate in that, very blessed.
Yes, so I think हर एक friend जरूरी होता है.
हाँ, हर दोस्त जरूरी है.
Rightly said. So also, so we want to know from you also how to handle those dull moments, those the moments that was not very good for us. Maybe like how to tackle all those failures maybe and.
What I have done, see, because I have been a truly avid sportsman. So what I do whenever the dull period has come, I used to go for squash. Whether I have time or no time, whether partner is there or not there, I would go to the court. I would play, because squash is such a game, आप अकेले भी खेल सकते हो. So you have a wall, you can just knock down at the wall. So my way of de-stressing is I would go to the field, go to my hobby in that way, and I de-stress myself. So that I had practiced always in my life, and I still do that. Whenever so many things are going on, you want to take certain things out of your mind. Just go and play whatever you love. You can, if somebody loves music, they can play music. They can play whatever instrument or whatever. I love sports because reading is also my habit. But when the time is tough, I don't read, because then it becomes little difficult for me to focus on reading. So that time I go for definitely for sports.
So in the current day and age, I see a lot of working professionals complaining that they do not get time to follow some sports, or they do not get time to do any physical activity like maybe working out. So one message that you would like to give to all of them?
This is a fact. See, if I love something, I take out time. If I'm loving something, if I love sports, I still take time out. Whatever way, even if I'm spending 12 hours a day, I would. Today also I have gone for this thing, my run and all those things. So if you love something, you will take out time. You don't find excuses in that. If you love, you will do it.
Zubin, everyone. So it's such a fun interaction with you. Sir, एक सवाल ये वाला सवाल आपसे भी, अगर आपको ऑप्शन दिया जाए कि भी चूज करें कि आप अपनी अगली लाइफ में कोई सेलिब्रिटी बन सकते हैं, so which one would you like to choose?
तो हम खुद ही अपनी सेलिब्रिटी हैं, हम खुद ही बनेंगे. But still, if it given a chance, मेरे को मतलब सचिन तेंदुलकर, मतलब आई रियली लाइक दैट. मतलब मेरे को उसके जो अचीवमेंट्स हैं वो एक अपनी जगह है, बट एज अ पर्सनैलिटी ऑल्सो आई लव हिम. ही डोंट ब्रैग हिमसेल्फ. वो कहता है जब टाइम भी डाउन होता है तो ही ओनली प्रैक्टिसेस. वो अपना हार्ड वर्क पे बिलीव करता है. ही सेज कि लेट माय बैक डू द बैक स्पीकिंग. सो that I like a lot about it. So if next life I would really be like such a person.
Wow, wonderful. So while growing up, हम सब कहते हैं हमारे सबके मन में एक सपना होता है. तो आपसे जानना चाहूँगी जो सपना देखा था वो पूरा हुआ?
सपने बहुत देखे, रोज देखता हूँ. आज भी नए नए सपने देखता हूँ. ऐसा नहीं है.